everyone to the eXrays YouTube channel, the media team of XAVIER'S. In our series of XAVIER'S Triumphs, in today's episode, we have a very extraordinary alumnus of XAVIER'S with us, Mridul Agarwal. He secured All India Rank 1 in JEE Advanced 2021 examination, All India Rank 1 in JEE Mains 2021 examination, All India Rank 1 in KVPY examination, and a lot more achievements. So without any further ado, let's get started with this engrossing session. Stay tuned. To continue the session, I would like my editors to take over.
Hi Mridul Bhaiya, I'm Amya Goyal. You are an inspiration to many, and today we feel delighted and blessed to join you and have a glimpse into your journey to achieving academic excellence. To begin the interview, I want to ask, what inspired you to pursue a career in engineering and specifically computer science?
Okay, first of all, thanks a lot for inviting me again here. I'm glad to be part of something XAVIER'S again. Yeah, coming to the question, what inspired me actually? So, I mean, it wasn't as if pre-decided initially, I want to go into CSE or something like that. So, I just started preparing for Olympiads and all since class 9th, since class 8th, 9th, something like that. So, initially, by 9th class, even I didn't know what exactly are IITs, what is All India Rank, what is all this, and I had no clue about what all of this. So initially, I just started giving a lot of exams, like SOF exams होते थे कई स्कूल में, right? और उसमें अलग अलग छोटे-छोटे एग्जाम्स होते थे काफी सारे. उसमें थोड़ा बहुत इंटरेस्ट आता था. I started with that, ठीक है. उसके बाद basically साइंस में and particularly काफी इंटरेस्ट आने लगा था. Like I continued doing it just for the sake of science. I mean, engineering ऐसे करना है proper से, ऐसे कुछ goal नहीं था शुरू से.
Okay.
Then मतलब I started taking coachings and all. And एक ही करके अलग अलग एग्जाम्स और ट्राई करते गया. उसके बाद 11th 12th में इट्स लाइक कि ठीक है, सो कि जेईई इज अ रियली गुड ऑप्शन टू कंटिन्यू. एंड तब तक अच्छी खासी नॉलेज भी हो गई थी, लाइक टॉकिंग विद टीचर्स एंड सीनियर्स एंड अदर पीपल. हैड गुड नॉलेज की लाइक व्हाट गोइंग इनटू जेईई इंजीनियरिंग कुड गिव मी आगे इन फ्यूचर. उसके बाद लाइक सीएससी पर्टिकुलरली ऐसा शुरू से नहीं था एम. I basically joined college because like CSC सब लोग join करते हैं. It's a good branch to go into ऐसे एक social वो रहता है. And yeah, after joining, it's like really fun. I mean, I'm currently in my 3rd year and I'm really enjoying the curriculum and the things that the department has to offer.
Okay. Like computer science is really a rapidly developing career opportunity. So moving forward, you have achieved top rank in JEE Mains and Advanced with highest score ever in history. So are there any specific study techniques or methods that you find most effective for retaining information and acing these exams?
Okay, so first of all, like I would like to say to all of the people who are going to give such exams in future, okay. So exams ko just for the purpose of clearing an exam mat do. Like have a clear mentality about like whatever you are studying. Like have a fixed. I mean, मेरे दिमाग में हमेशा ये रहता था कि I enjoyed the subject what I studied, ठीक है. And instead of just looking at it from the perspective of getting more marks and getting a good rank, look at from the perspective of appreciating the subject that you study, right? Because science, maths, if you start studying, there are a lot of things like तुम्हें एक clearly timeline दिखती है कि हिस्ट्री में यहाँ से डेवलपमेंट शुरू हुआ था साइंस का, ठीक है. और उसके बाद how people thought and how things developed, उसको अप्रिशिएट करना सीख जाओगे ना, तो थिंग्स विल बी रियली स्मूथ फॉर यू. तो मतलब फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इस मेंटालिटी के साथ आई वुड सजेस्ट एवरीवन टू स्टडी और प्रिपेयर फॉर एग्जाम, ठीक है. अप्रिशिएट व्हाट यू स्टडी, एंजॉय व्हाट यू स्टडी, एंड आई मीन इंस्टेड ऑफ जस्ट blindly solving questions and applying formulas to questions, and instead of taking this approach, try to understand this is a like very general idea for any exam or anything if you want to crack. Instead of like, let's say you have a particular question to solve in an exam. So instead of recollecting like what formula you can apply or what concept goes into it, try to think like from the perspective of the question setter. Like he also has prepared the question with the same knowledge base that you have, right? He expects you to solve the question. So try to think like what patterns he must have developed in building the question that you are required to break down. So ये एक जनरल स्टडी अप्रोच आई वुड सजेस्ट टू एवरीवन. उसके बाद बेसिक जो रेगुलरिटी वाली चीज होती है कि मेंटेन अ डिसिप्लिन, ठीक है, लाइक हैव अ काइंड ऑफ फिक्स्ड स्लीपिंग शेड्यूल एंड लाइक keep a track of what you're doing, like make a checklist, daily checklist of what you are supposed to do on that day, and by the night just check all the things that you have done and carry forward the remaining things.
Okay. And you have also aced multiple international Olympiads. So how would you describe your experience of succeeding in these Olympiad exams?
Okay, so Olympiad exams, especially the international one, so unme the main fund is completely your interest. You can't like say start with I want to ace an exam because I want to ace it, because I want a good medal, a good certificate, a good thing on my like resume later. That thing doesn't work. You clearly need to have an interest to start doing things. So I mean, I started with junior science Olympiad in 9th standard. Okay. Uske baad I found like when I attended the camp, and there is a camp that is held in Mumbai in like at the end of 9th standard. Okay. I went there and uske baad I met people and got interested into physics particularly at that time. So basically physics वाले exams like mostly like 11th 12th के students देते थे उस time पे. But like मेरे को थोड़ा बहुत interest आता था, तो I started preparing myself from 10th standard, like without any particular teacher support. I started reading books of 11th 12th from my own in 10th standard, right? स्कूल में बैठे कई बार लाइब्रेरी में अगर पढ़ता था मैं, I know that, ठीक है. तो वो फंड एक मेन है, ठीक है. And उसके बाद once you have the interest now, you'll find your people, you'll find your guidance from teachers, and उसके बाद things get really easy. मेन फंड है ये. And मतलब if you're lacking guidance and also I would say like just talk to teachers. I mean, they'll guide you कि exactly कहाँ से start करना चाहिए, and like teacher anyone who's mentoring you regarding studies or academics, talk to them and like, get to know what exam you should give first and what resources you should follow. And I mean, yeah, once you have clear mentality and clear interest, things get easy.
Okay, and do you believe these exams helped you in your JEE preparation?
Yeah, actually, they do help. I mean, जो मैंने वो बोला ना कि they helped me appreciating the subject instead of solving things from just solving a question wala perspective.
Okay, now I would request Bhavya to take over.
Thank you so much, Ameya. My sincere greetings to you, Mridul Bhaiya. It's really an honor to talk to you. Continuing the interview, here's the first question. Along with being the top ranker in competitive exams like JEE, Olympiads, KVPY, you have also achieved remarkable percentages in board exams. So what were your preparation strategies for them?
Okay, so board exams ke liye, I would say first of all, NCERT is important. Like everyone knows, you need to go through each and every part of NCERT like multiple times. ठीक है, तो ये कि first of all like पहले तो मैंने board preparation along with JEE preparation, Olympiad preparation वो सब किया था, ठीक है. तो comparatively like science और maths में ऐसे particularly boards के लिए कम effort डालना पड़ा था मेरे को relatively, but एक effort लगता है in every subject. तो मेरा basic point यही है कि like you keep revising things. Revision is the key to acing any exam. Like you start studying something from the start of year, right? And at the end of year, you have to recollect and prove your excellence in each of the topics that you studied over the year. So revising like, older topics with time is really important. So let's say you have started, your session starts in April, right? So let's say whatever you have studied in first 3 months, like you need to revise it in the next 3 months. So first of all, that's the main thing. And उसके बाद boards के लिए like I would say like multiple mock tests and previous papers and वो करने से काफी like help होती है. Like you write a paper, like see the questions, write a paper, seek help from the teachers. Like I've written the particular question in this manner. Like what things do you suggest? What changes would you suggest in this particular answer, in this particular way of answering the question? So both way from my experience, it's more of like your content definitely matters, but the delivery of the content also matters. Like how you deliver the content, like especially in subjects like social science, like you have to deliver your answer in point wise and like to the point, answer to the point, and it should be clearly, the main point should be clearly highlighted, and so that it's easy for the copy checker to evaluate you. So yeah, I would say like one thing that you should do is like practice multiple papers and seek help from the teachers. Keep, I've written this particular question in this order. Like, what changes would you suggest in, first of all, the content, if it's correct, like how should I deliver my content to the examiner?
Right. So we all know that to excel in competitive exams, you need to have long study sessions. But many people suffer burnout during the same. So what were the things that you did to avoid burnout during long study sessions?
Because first of all, like मेरे साथ थोड़ी और भी प्रॉब्लम थी, because like I was a COVID student here, so like 11 I guess पूरा 12th and उसके बाद का भी almost 1 year COVID में गया था, like जो major time से preparation होता है. So yeah, this is definitely a issue. Like you can't study for 7 hours straight, 8 hours straight, right? You need to have breaks. So I mean, I would say instead, don't constrain you to study. Like ऐसा ये मत fix करो कि मुझे 1 घंटा पढ़ना है, 2 घंटा पढ़ना है, उसके बाद ही उठूंगा. I would say instead, what you should have in mind is I need to complete this topic, and whatever time it takes for me, I'll give it to it. So I mean, when you sit with this mentality, मुझे 1 घंटा पढ़ना है, 2 घंटा पढ़ना है, उसके बाद उठूंगा, तो उसके बाद एक फैटिग डेवलप होता है ब्रेन में कि इतना पढ़ लिया अब और नहीं होगा, इतना पढ़ लिया अब और नहीं होगा. ठीक है. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, don't set your study time in a harsh way. उसके बाद like obviously like जो basic things सब लोग बोलते हैं कि like do some physical activity in the day. ठीक है. तो like 11th में तो like coming to school was a great relief for me. Like coaching से लौट के you study, right, and उसके बाद school से लौट के भी have to study. तो school आना was the most refreshing thing I had. ठीक है. तो उसके अलावा I all the time used to give to my studies and preparation, but school was a fun thing, but the relief for me. तो वो वाला 11th में तो कभी burnout ऐसा होता नहीं था. 12th में like COVID times में obviously like it was an issue for everyone. So I mean, yeah, I tried to take study breaks, talk to friends, and stay connected with people, and do some physical activity each day. And yeah, but इसमें like एक वो रहता है like so what students generally get trapped into is कि they study for a particular time, ठीक है, and to refreshen up, to like freshen themselves up, they like generally go to social media. Like तुम ऐसे YouTube पे जाओगे या फिर कोई OTT platform पे जाओगे खुद को freshen up करना है. अब उसमें when you start something like it gets too long and उससे बाहर निकलना मुश्किल होता है. तो वहाँ पे कंट्रोल करना is important कि like मेंटेन स्ट्रिक्ट डिसिप्लिन की यार इतने टाइम के बाद मुझे बंद करना है, इतने टाइम के बाद मुझे स्विच करना है, इतने टाइम के बाद मुझे वापस स्टडीज पे लौटना है. और लाइक अगर नहीं हो रहा है तो ट्राई टू डू समथिंग एल्स, ट्राई टू डू सम म्यूजिक, ट्राई टू डू सम स्पोर्ट, ट्राई टू टॉक टू योर पेरेंट्स, टॉक टू योर फैमिली, टॉक टू योर सिबलिंग्स. या
Right. So, competitive exams come along with a lot of pressure and sometimes self-doubt and even depression. So, have you ever faced times of self-doubt?
Yeah, actually there were times like जब ऐसे पेपर में मार्क्स कम आते थे, या फिर रिवीजन ठीक से नहीं होता था, या फिर when exams used to get close and I didn't have things consolidated. So yeah, these things happen to everyone, right? The main thing is like this. I mean, the thing that helped me the most was like talking to my parents and my teachers. Like whenever you get in self-doubt, like, instead of keeping it to yourself, like तुम क्या करते हो, खुद सोचते रह जाते हैं, उसके बाद ओवरथिंक करते हो, एंड द लूप गोज ऑन, उसमें काफी टाइम चला जाता है. तो लाइक इंस्टेड ऑफ ऐसे खुद अपने ऐसे कुछ भी कभी भी डाउट लगे खुद पे, तो इंस्टेड ऑफ खुद से सोचना, जस्ट टॉक ओपनली टू योर पेरेंट्स, टॉक ओपनली टू योर टीचर्स कि मुझे ये लग रहा है अभी प्रिपरेशन एग्जैक्टली ये डाउट है. गेट टू द बॉटम पॉइंट ऑफ व्हाट इज एक्चुअली बॉदरिंग यू. एंड आई मीन यार दिस रियली हेल्प्स. लाइक पीपल स्टूडेंट्स रियली थिंक कि पेरेंट्स से बात करेंगे तो क्या होगा, एंड like create a friendly environment with your parents, I would just say. That really helps.
Wow, that was really helpful. So, what are your hobbies? And is there anything particular that you would like to learn and inculcate in your lifestyle?
So like currently I spend my time in like obviously acads, and apart from that, whenever I get time, uh, I like to play tennis, table tennis, and things like that. Currently, I'm also involved in like so there is a department council like everyone of every department in the college. So that organizes a lot of social events and for the department and the college. I'm involved in that as well. And other than that, now there's inter-IT coming up, right? So currently I've got myself involved in that as well. So yeah, I mean, there are a lot of things to do in college and get involved in. So it's a the particular SNE that I do every day and something like that. But there's college में इतनी opportunities होती है, so I just like exploring things and अलग-अलग हर साल कोई नए इवेंट में पार्ट लेना, कुछ नए चीज बॉडी का पार्ट होना कॉलेज में. That is really fun.
Right. So every successful person has a mantra or a principle in their life that they abide to. So what is your life mantra that helped you in achieving academic excellence?
Yeah, the basic mantra for me was like, it's a journey that's more enjoyable than the destination. So, as I also initially said, like, don't focus on scoring the exams, focus on like your preparation, like enjoying what you do, like appreciating what you do and adding value, assigning value to the journey instead of destination.
That's really motivating. So the next question is that in this 21st century, the students are surrounded with distractions that are ever ready to divert us from achieving our goals. So what was your biggest distraction?
So, I mean, as I said, I was a kid of COVID times, right? So the major distraction was the OTT platforms and YouTube and other kind of social media. So, as I've already mentioned, like once you get into it, like getting out of it is very difficult, especially when you have to prepare for some exam and you know that you have to put such number of hours to yourself to study and to your goals. So, I mean, getting out of it is really an effort. So, I would say just try reducing if you are also stuck in such distractions. Try reducing your time like धीरे-धीरे, like let's say you give 3 hours to OTT or social media in a day, ठीक है? तुम अगले दिन उसको 0 नहीं कर पाओगे. So try reducing it धीरे-धीरे, like आज 3 घंटा देखा, कल 2.5 घंटा देखा, उसके बाद 2 घंटा देखा, धीरे-धीरे करते-करते. उसके बाद and like whenever you study, like ठीक है, उसके बाद like try to keep your gadgets away a bit, ठीक है? Like बहुत बार like पढ़ते वक्त क्या होता है कि let's say you are studying, ठीक है? तुमको डाउट आया, तुमने उसके लिए फोन उठाया, ठीक है? उसके बाद यू हाफ एन आवर बाद पता लग रहा है तुम कहीं और ये फोन पे लाइक डाउट नहीं देख रहे हो, कुछ नेटफ्लिक्स खोल के बैठे हो या यूट्यूब खोल के बैठे हो और रैंडमली कुछ भी स्क्रॉल कर रहे हो. तो आई वुड से पढ़ते हो ऐसे कभी भी डाउट्स है तो लाइक गैदर देम अप एंड इंस्टेड ऑफ लाइक गोइंग टू योर गैजेट एंड लुकिंग देम इंसिडेंटली एंड में जाके इकट्ठे देखो, तो उससे वो डिस्ट्रैक्शन टाइम काफी सेव होता है.
That was really helpful. So thank you so much, Mridul Bhaiya. Now I invite Prashasti to take over.
Hello, Mridul Bhaiya. My name is Prashasti Agarwal, and I also have few questions for you. So, my first question is, what advice do you have for those who are currently struggling in their academic journey and they have very limited time left?
Okay, so first, like the basic advice I would give them is कि don't get intimidated by others. ठीक है, like and then the competition is with yourself. ठीक है, like and then you have to prove yourself right, and like it's your life and you have to look into it. Like don't compare it with others. So first of all, कि like be like whatever state you are, like तुम्हारा catch थोड़ी weak है या फिर and you have less time. I would say कि इसे बहुत लंबा गोल मत सेट थोड़े शॉर्ट टर्म गोल्स एंड इजी गोल्स. लाइक डोंट ऐसे सेट कि भाई ठीक है मैं आगे मेरे सिलेबस बाकी है तो नेक्स्ट 1 महीने में पूरा सिलेबस कर दूंगा और उसके 1 महीने में सारी किताब निपटा दूंगा. ये ऐसे गोल्स मत सेट कर. सेट लाइक गोल्स व्हिच यू कैन श्योर यू कैन अचीव. ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट्स से you have, तुम्हारा सिलेबस बाकी है एंड लाइक जनवरी या फरवरी में जेईई मेंस है. ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सी कि कौन से चैप्टर्स पे ज्यादा फोकस करना चाहिए एंड सॉरी स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग देम फर्स्ट. उसके बाद सी के लिए कौन से चैप्टर्स को रिवाइज करना ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, फोकस ऑन देम फर्स्ट. एंड लेट्स से यू हैव सम कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम लाइक जेईई इन फ्यू मंथ्स. ठीक है, एंड तुमने बहुत ज्यादा प्रैक्टिस नहीं की क्वेश्चंस की, तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल फोकस की on practicing the PYQs and I mean questions that are important. Like generally मैंने देखा कि बच्चे कास्ट तक हो जाते हैं कि भाई मेरे पास टाइम कम है तो मैं बहुत अच्छे अच्छे क्वेश्चन करता हूँ जिससे मेरे मतलब सारे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर पाऊंगा. डोंट डू दैट. लाइक फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल स्टिक टू बेसिक्स, कवर योर बेसिक्स फर्स्ट, उसके बाद ट्राई टू गो अहेड. Like basic NCERT and if you're in some coaching, basic coaching modules complete करो, उसके बाद go for any higher reference book and difficult questions. I think there's a glitch from our stage.
Somebody else can continue further. Amia?
So if you had to take one thing from your time in Xavier's, what's the best memory or what's one thing that you would like to thank Xavier's for?
Okay. So, I mean, the one thing that I would thank is like, first of all, my friends. Like, जो friends school में बनते हैं, like, those are there for you, like, आगे के लिए. So, one thing that definitely. Other thing that I would like to thank Xavier's is like the teachers को support मिला. Like, teachers ने हमेशा support किया. Like, it was never like कि उन्होंने बोला कि ये क्यों पढ़ रहा है, ये क्यों कर रहा है. Like, they always supported in whatever I did. And one more thing, like overall development that Xavier's gives you. Like बच्चे dummy school वगैरह में चले जाते हैं तो I don't like that. मैंने भी Xavier's continue किया था 11th-12th में. So the one major factor was कि 11th-12th में जो exposure मिलता है. Like David, although COVID की वजह से उतना नहीं मिल पाया, but still like 11th-12th में you get to ऐसे get positions और responsibilities थोड़ी and like जो भी events होते हैं school में you get to experience them from a higher level. ठीक है. So basically like ऐसे 6th से आके 10th लेवल में तो भी एक feel होता है. Like 6th में the quizzes which I used to give, right? उसके बाद when I came in 9th, 10th, 11th, I used to master them. ठीक है. पूरा like वो जो memory recollect होती है and जो overall development होता है चीजों को लेके, perspective को लेके, like जो opportunity school में मिलती हैं, वो I think is really that I would like to thank the school for. ठीक है. So I mean here I see like काफी students होते हैं जिनका like ऐसे जो like 6 से 7 से dummy school में रहते हैं. ठीक है. So I feel कि थोड़ा सा उतना overall development and that is something that I'm blessed with because of Xavier's and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. And how do you feel waking up every day in IIT Bombay and living a dream of many aspirants?
Yeah, definitely. That's a really exciting thing. I mean, that thing really hits me even after 2.5 years in IIT. Okay, I was like, one day I was preparing for this exam and I mean, दिमाग में था कि भाई ये ड्रीम है, इसको अचीव करने है. ऐसे बहुत ज्यादा नहीं था कि IIT बॉम्बे CSE है ऐसा, बट लाइक एट द एंड ऑफ प्रिपरेशन थोड़ा हो गया था लाइक ऐसे कि भाई IIT बॉम्बे जाएंगे. अब बहुत जगह पढ़ने का 2 साल बहुत ऐसे कर लिया, अब कुछ रिलीफ किया लाइफ में. तो वो वाला टाइम होता है लाइक वो वाला जब जेई का एग्जाम दे के वापस लौटते हैं एंड यू नाउ नो कि अब 2 महीने कुछ नहीं करना, पूरा फ्री रहना है. उसका जो रिजल्ट लाइक एग्जाम वेंट वाला रिजल्ट आता है तो नाउ यू नो कि भाई अब मस्त है भाई 4 साल जो 2-3 साल सब खुद को ऐसे नहीं किया था वो सब करना है 4 साल में. तो yeah, that is really exciting and fun.
Okay, so what is a typical day in your life while studying in IIT Bombay?
Okay, the typical day varies a lot from weekdays and weekends. ठीक है, तो weekdays पे ये classes जाना है like it's like it depends from person to person. Like मैं थोड़ा like कम classes जाता हूँ but yeah. So it's mostly like you wake up and तुम्हें जो भी class जाना है like attendance compulsory तो जाओ, वरना like CSE department में generally attendance compulsory नहीं होता है. I would say मेरे जो दोस्त बाकी departments में उनका थोड़ा attendance का VD रहता है. So that's not the issue for me. So like first of all wake up and like go to whatever class I want. ठीक है. उसके बाद like it's mostly like दिन में labs रहती हैं. Sorry दोपहर के टाइम कई बार like week में labs रहती हैं तो you go into labs and वो सब करते हो. उसके बाद शाम को भी classes रहती है. शाम को generally कम लोग classes attend करते हैं. शाम को it's mostly like I either involved in some my department council event, right? Or I in some sports like either gym or athletics, something like that. उसके बाद like रात को like अलग ही फीलिंग होती है कॉलेज में. like सब लोग ऐसे बाहर घूम रहे थे तो मुझे टाइम ऐसे at least fresh year, fresh year second year में, it's like you like get roam around the college with friends, roam around the Bombay with friends. ठीक है, तो week में 2 दिन 3 दिन तो चल रहा होता है रात के वक्त. उसके बाद like जब quizzes exams आते हैं तो it's like more तब like ऐसे सब लोग एक साथ बैठ के and you get to ऐसे proper grind वाले मोड पे आते हो. तो like generally मैं देखा जेई के वक्त it used to be एक proper schedule रहता था कि ठीक है अब ये करना है like इस टाइम से पहले प्रिपेयर कर रखना है. कॉलेज में like most of the चीजें most of the preparation exam के एक दिन पहले पूरा जग के होती है. And yeah, that's what weekends पे तो like it's कॉलेज में कोई ना कोई इवेंट चलते ही रहता है. like कोई ना कोई बढ़िया इवेंट चलता रहेगा. तो पूरा वीकेंड maybe not either like अगर Monday Tuesday deadline assignment है so you invest a weekend in that, otherwise you are involved in some or other event that happens, and that's really fun.
Okay. So when can we look forward to meeting you in our school campus?
Sure. Like I'll probably be there in December, but yeah, actually there's inter-IT in December, so yeah, I'll probably not be back before that. Yeah, I'll try to be in school by the end of December or maybe in January.
We are looking forward to meeting you in person. So I would like to thank you for providing us insights and guiding us. Now it's time for the most thrilling part of the session, that is the rapid fire round. So the first question is, which word describes your JEE result day the best?
It was fair, I would say.
Okay. And what's the first thing you did after your JEE result?
Hugged my parents, yeah.
Okay. And what was your favorite and most hated subject in class 10th?
Class 10th? That's a tricky question. I mean, I don't hope the teachers gets offended. It was Hindi, I would say.
Okay. And favorite?
Favorite was physics. Anytime.
Physics is quite astonishing. So, is there any JEE concept that still haunts you?
Yeah, block chemistry. So, yeah, like rote learning, all the things, and salt analysis, I would say, yeah.
Okay. And was your favorite co-curricular event in XAVIER'S?
I would say XAVIER'S fair, but I mean, let's get to the events that happen currently. So, Sports Day, yeah, it was really fun.
Sports Day is truly like a saga of sportsmanship and celebration. So,
Yeah.
what comes to your mind when you hear the following terms, science?
It's the entire timeline of like how things developed, and I mean, yeah, how people give efforts, and yeah, environmental timeline comes up. This was the way how theories developed and how the things right now.
And what about our schools and XAVIER'S?
Sorry, yeah, missed it.
How would you describe your experience at St. Xavier's, or what comes to your mind when you hear St.
Yeah.
Xavier's?
By Xavier Sunke, the first thing that comes in mind is the group of friends that I had, like I said. And like the first, I said, the place in school that comes into mind is canteen, I would say.
Okay, and what about Mumbai?
Mumbai is basically just IT for me, like I said. I can't associate anything else from Mumbai currently.
Okay, and to end with, is there any quote that you cherish the most?
The quote.
Yes.
I mean, the mantra that is said, journey is more important than a destination. I mean, that is there in my mind every time, and I think I follow it a lot.
Okay, now I would like to invite my fellow mates to ask questions if they have any.
Sure.
Yeah, so hello Mridul. I just had a doubt. Like you cleared after you clearing JEE, you were eligible in much schools and universities all around the world. So why did you choose IIT Bombay, and like why not the infamous MIT and all and foreign universities?
Yeah, so I mean, मतलब शुरू से पहले तो दिमाग में नहीं था कि ऐसे फॉरेन जाना ऐसा कुछ था, ठीक है. When I had opportunities, I talked, consulted with my teachers, the mentors that I had. So I'm going to other foreign calls was anyways a good option as well. But iitbombay CS, it's like I mean, at that time I did not want to say settle up in outside India, right? But I mean, things might have changed right now. But at that time, I had that mentality. I had that thing in mind, like I want to stay in India in a longer duration of time. Okay. So I mean, obviously, iitbombay CS was the thing that a lot of people aspire for, and I mean, the opportunities are really good here. Okay. And there were seniors that I know that are an iitbombay CS, so I know that there will be a good support system if I go there and start something new. So yeah, that's the main thing.
Okay.
And मेन तो वो था कि like शुरू से कभी ऐसा था नहीं कि ऐसे फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटी आना है, but हाँ, I think शुरू से थोड़ा 2-3 साल पहले से होता तो I might have gone there.
Any future plannings about going to the foreign universities like Ivy League universities and all?
I mean, not currently. So I'm exploring a lot of things in college right now. Okay, so I'm currently still in my 5th semester. I think by the next 2 semesters, I'll try to figure out like what I want to do ahead after completing my BTech. So currently, there are a lot of things that I'm exploring, and yeah, I haven't committed to as a particular long-term goal right now.
Okay. So my last doubt was that were you only passionate about physics and J for all, or you had something else that you were also passionate about?
No, I think ऐसे 10th 11th तो मेरा ऐसे physics से ही ऐसे passionate था मैं पूरा, like I don't know ऐसे कुछ और ज़्यादा pursue किया उस time मैंने. हाँ, मतलब मैं अभी भी look back करता हूँ तो it's mostly like the understanding of physics that I developed from 10th 11th ऐसे proper, that really motivated me to. And हाँ, मतलब एक वो था कि like I got exposure to Olympiads in 9th standard, right? So एक वो जो ऐसे dream होता है कि like you'll get to represent your country and get a medal for your country, वो वाली चीज़ होती है. So like ऐसे at that age ऐसे काफी कम लोगों को opportunity मिलती है to go and represent your country and get something for it, ठीक है. So like मेरे जो friends थे जो ऐसे ज़्यादा sports में involved थे, मैं तो sports में involved नहीं रहता था उस time. So those people used to get into nationals and get medals and वो वाला thing था. तो वो एक रहता था कि यार ठीक है, मुझे भी ऐसे कुछ national level पे international level पे कुछ करके दिखाना है. तो एक physics and that opportunity always kept me motivated कि ठीक है, like if I put in effort, I'll get to do this thing after 2 years.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I also had a question. How many hours did you study during your JEE preparations?
So ऐसे I wouldn't allocate a particular number कि I used to study this number of hours, used to इतना टाइम पढ़ता था, इतना टाइम खेलता था, टाइम ये करता था. I would just say कि I had a fixed sleeping schedule कि जैसे मेरा 12 से 7 I would sleep, and उसके बाद like once I wake up, I used to make a checklist of things. I want to do this in the entire day, and just try to achieve that in the most comfortable way. ठीक है, वैसे बहुत ज़्यादा जैसे बताया कि ऐसे इतना बैठ के नहीं पड़ता था कि भाई 2 घंटे बाद उठना है, 3 घंटे बाद उठना है. I used to make a checklist and try to just accomplish it in the entire day.
Okay. And
उसके अलावा बहुत ज़्यादा ऐसे कुछ उस टाइम करने को था नहीं. तो if you want a number, I guess हाँ 10 hours तो होता होगा.
Okay, that's a lot. Any advice would you like to give to the present batch, those who are preparing from JEE or any other examination?
Now, once again, like the same thing, like don't get intimidated by others. ठीक है, शुरू में like कोई भी शुरू से अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं कर रहा होता. Like मेरे भी शुरू में कोचिंग में रैंक्स खराब आती थी, जो ओलंपियाड्स था उनमें अच्छे रिजल्ट्स नहीं आते थे. But at the end, things get changed. If you put in effort, if you put in genuine interest and effort, things do get changed till the end. ठीक है, and थोड़ा बहुत luck factor रहता है obviously हर चीज में, but I mean the same thing, like it should not be the the rank or the marks that you get after giving the exams. That should motivate you. The thing that you're studying, that should motivate you. And obviously, yeah, if you are seeking some advice in the planning wala section, I would say plan reasonable things. Keep revising your stuff. Revision is really important. And keep a track of whatever you do. I said, don't get lost. कि अभी मैं कुछ भी कर रहा हूँ. Maintain a track कि क्या कर रखा है, क्या बाकी है, and whatever is, like, make a priority list कि अभी ये करना important है, इसके बाद ये करना important है, इसके बाद ये करना important है.
Okay.
And obviously, कभी भी exams में number कम आया, कुछ भी कम आया, तो just take my word, like, if you'll continue putting in genuine effort, things would change in the end.
Yes, I agree. Thank you.
So I had a doubt again. So I had a question actually. So were there any senior of yours that you looked through and you were like, I have to be like them, and that inspired you as a whole?
I mean, I don't remember the particular names, but yeah, school में obviously होते थे, तो like काफी events होते थे कि like this is the event, one of the event, ठीक है. तो ऐसे हम लोग के टाइम जो events होते थे, like साइंस कांग्रेस में कोई अच्छा स्पीकर बोलने को आया, ठीक है, या फिर असेंबली में किसी अच्छे सीनियर ने आलम ने बोला. That always like एक general motivation रहता था कि like ठीक है, like if I achieve something, I'll also be here one day, and I think this is the time, one of the times that I'm here, ठीक है. तो वो स्कूल में लाइक करते कि लाइक किसी आलम को या किसी सीनियर को देखते हो कि लाइक उन्होंने कुछ अचीव किया, दैट इन जनरल मोटिवेट्स यू कि ठीक है, लाइक कभी मेरे को भी आने को मिलेगा यहाँ पे. तो दैट वाज द मेन. सो कोई पर्टिकुलर नेम तो नहीं है दैट आई वुड से.
Okay.
And you're actually living that right now. मतलब आपने उस टाइम पे
Yeah.
manifest किया था, and today we are inviting you as a guest in our session.
Actually.
And it's actually really enlightening. Like, I still remember I was in 8th grade and you were in 11th grade and you were in science club, I guess. And there was something related, some activity related to science club. We all saw you as a senior, and just a few years back now, we look at you as a celebrity, all of us, all the Xavierites, and it's really great.
Thank you so much.
So that was really an enlightening session with you. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence today. We're all highly grateful for you, the whole eXrays team, the whole Xaviers. We thank you so much. Thank you, Mridul.
Thanks a lot for inviting me. It's always fun and refreshing to get associated with your alma mater again and again.